Hey marketers, let's dive into the fascinating world of IP addresses. Wait, don't click away. This isn't your typical tech talk. We're about to uncover some juicy insights that could revolutionize your marketing game. So picture this. Cookies are on their way out and restrictions are swooping in. What's a marketer to do? Enter the unsung hero of online identification, the IP address. What is an IP address? It's like a digital fingerprint for your device, a unique string of numbers that internet service providers give to every connection to the internet. They dish out these name tags to gadgets, but the kicker is they can change. So some companies, because they change, big companies will buy blocks of IP addresses. And so a company like IBM, you know what their IP address is, it's permanent. But smaller companies, those IP addresses might change. They're a window into your kind of digital footprint. They can reveal your browsing habits, your favorite sites, even your shoe size, if you're browsing across multiple sites. But you get the idea. For marketers, IP addresses are kind of like gold dust. They can help us target our audience and track down visitors to our website. How do tools like Clearbit and 6sense use IP addresses to identify the companies that are visiting your website? Well, for big companies that purchase those blocks of IP addresses that have permanent IP addresses, it's easy, right? They can just look it up. For smaller companies, this is where it gets a little genius. 6sense has a network of partners where they have snippets of code installed on their partner websites. And whenever somebody on those partner websites submits a form, it captures an email. That form doesn't just capture the email though, it also captures that person's IP address. So it'll take the domain from that email and the IP address, and it'll say, okay, this domain and this IP address seem to be linked. And then they see other IP addresses and other domains, and they start linking it together and they build an algorithm. So even if your internet service provider changes your IP address, the fact that they're capturing data through forms allows them to keep up with those changes. Same thing goes for Clearbit. Clearbit built this awesome enrichment tool, right, for forms on websites. Well, there's some extra information that they collect with that form that includes the IP address. So they use that to create a second product, their Clearbit Reveal product. Kind of genius when you think about it. A question I get a lot is, why can't tools like Clearbit and 6sense tell you the individual who's visiting your website? Why do they only tell you the company? Well, there's two main reasons why. One is it's hard to say who the individual is, right? An IP address is representative of an internet connection. Multiple people can be working from the same internet connection. For example, in my office, right, it could be Keith visiting that website from Primer, or it could be my boy Adam sitting next to me. That's one reason. Same thing applies to households, right? There's multiple people within a household who might be working for different jobs, right? For different companies. So it's challenging to drill down to an individual level, but it's actually possible in some cases, because you get enough data points, you get enough fingerprints, you can start kind of guessing with some degree of probability who the individual is. The big main reason why is privacy. So there's concerns that revealing individuals' identity based on an IP, it might go against several privacy regulations. So when you combine those two issues, the challenge behind it and the potential privacy violations, that's why you don't see company tools like 6sense and Clearbit de-anonymizing to an individual level. So what's the takeaway here? As the cookie crumbles and as it gets harder to do targeting and attribution as a result of that, you're going to see more and more advanced companies leaning on IP addresses to give them clues about user and company behavior. And then to be able to target and retarget in more advanced ways. So if you're not researching and investing in IP addresses, now's the time to get ahead of the curve.